Social Security is projected to be insolvent or won't have enough money to pay its bills starting in 2033. When that happens, there will be a benefit cut across the board for everyone. Tonight, we're going in depth on Social Security and why Tulsa Congressman Kevin Hern is part of a national debate about its future. When it comes to Social Security, the clock is ticking, and we're not talking about those who depend on it to live. It's the program itself. The Congressional Budget Office projects Social Security in its current form by 2033 will become insolvent. When it does, there will be an automatic 23% cut to benefits across the board.
When Social Security was created, there were 10 people working under 65 to fund the Social Security program. Today, there are only 4. So we have less workers, we have people living longer, and we have more people retiring because of the baby boomers.
Tulsa Congressman Kevin Hern is the chairman of the Republican Study Committee. It's the largest caucus of Republicans in the U.S. House. Last month, they released a proposal they believe will keep the program going for years to come. It raises the retirement age to 69, and it removes extra benefits the well-off get for paying more into the program.
People have been blessed by the American dream and have had a very successful career and don't need as much money in retirement. They should give up some of that to those who have been less fortunate so that they have a fulfilled retirement.
But for the last 2 State of the Union addresses, President Joe Biden has been literally shouting at Republicans not to touch Social Security. He says Social Security is running low on money partially because the rich and corporations don't pay as much into it as they should.
And if anyone tries to cut Medicare, I'll stop them. I'll veto it. You're not going to cut another $2 trillion for the super wealth. That's good to hear. I'll protect and strengthen Social Security and make the wealthy pay their fair share.
Hern says there's no easy time to have this conversation, especially in an election year. He says time is running out before Grandma and Grandpa have automatic cuts to their checks.
If you're worried about getting reelected, if you're worried about being a politician, then yeah, you should never bring this up, which is exactly why we're $35 trillion in debt and why we have an insolvent Social Security in about 6.5 years, why Medicare is going broke as well.
Hern says people on Social Security or about to get on it won't experience any changes. The biggest changes will come to the rich and the young. Social Security is a vital part of how many people in this country make ends meet, especially the elderly. The Social Security Administration reported in December 9 out of 10 people over the age of 65 receive some kind of Social Security benefit. Out of the 52.7 million Americans getting a Social Security retirement check, the federal government spends $97.8 billion a month. The average benefit of that is $1,905 per recipient. And we're not even talking about those on Social Security disability or getting survivor benefits as well. Social Security will be one of the top issues talked about on the campaign trail this fall. It's not as top of mind as illegal immigration, but it's still a top issue. President Biden's plan is to tax the rich more to get more funding into the program itself. Former President Trump has not said what he wants to do specifically to keep Social Security going, but he acknowledges that changes do need to happen within the program now with its structure and how it's administered.
So first of all, there is a lot you can do in terms of entitlements, in terms of cutting, and in terms of also the theft and the bad management of entitlements, tremendous bad management of entitlements. There's tremendous amounts.
I won't cut Social Security. I will not cut Medicare. Instead of cutting Social Security and Medicare to give tax breaks to the super wealthy, I'm going to protect and strengthen Social Security and Medicare to make the wealthy begin to pay their fair share.
Here's the key here. No matter who wins, whoever is in charge will have to fix this over the next 4 years because critical dates and policies will start to take effect. Some of those critical dates and policies will lead to that automatic reduction of benefits for all. Meanwhile, when it comes to getting money back that the federal government overpays to some seniors and the disabled, the Social Security Administration says it's changing policies. The Social Security Administration announced last month instead of seeking back 100% of any extra money paid out, it will only ask people who received overpayments to pay back 10% of the extra money they were not supposed to get. The change comes after years of complaints by seniors that they would be paid extra money through no fault of their own, and then in order to get the money back, seniors would have entire checks confiscated by the federal government meant to make up for those overpayments. That means if Grandma got a lot of extra money one month, to make up for that, she wouldn't get any even for food once the error was discovered or until the debt had been paid off.